Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Moses. You ever think about what goes on in the gardener's day and how he or she does things to keep the garden looking nice and healthy? Well, come along with me and I'll show you. Well, for me, the first thing that I do is do what I call a walkthrough of my garden, both inside and outside. Right now, we're outside and we're going to look at my California Wonder bell pepper plant. Okay, here's my plant. And what I'm looking at is to see if the plant itself is in any stress. And I'm also looking for any pest infestation and whether or not also I have fruit that needs to be harvested. I have, as you can see, some small peppers, but really nothing really big to get just yet. Now, back inside, we look at the seedlings that we planted, I think 2 or 3 videos ago. These are the Hostinator bells. And we're looking at the lettuce and everything else in this bed. These are the purple top turnips that I planted. And as you can see, they have come up and they're relatively thick. So at some point, I'm going to have to come in and thin these. I look at each and every plant to make sure that they're not in any distress or there aren't any diseased plant leaves or infestations that need my immediate attention. This cabbage is absolutely huge and it looks like it's trying to form a head. Okay, here, this is my last remaining broccoli plant, and it's actually starting to form a head. So, what I mean by diseased or sickly looking leaves, these are some of them. So, what I do is break them off or remove them. This cabbage looks like it has been bit or eaten. So, I'm probably going to spray either spray it or put some diatomaceous earth on it. And like I said, we walk around and look at all the plants to make sure that they're not in any distress and everything is looking good. And this collard green also looks like it needs some diatomaceous earth on it as well. Everything over here looks like it's okay. I did plant on the 10th of this month some Chinese cabbage, and it looks like only one may have come up. After doing the walkthrough, depending on what day it is. I would normally water my plants, but since I don't need to do that, we've had a very wet January and just got over almost 36 hours straight of raining. I'm not going to water the plants. What I am going to do is to mix a solution of AgroThrive fertilizer and water and feed my plants. And I'll show you how I do that. I have my watering wand and a 5-gallon bucket, and I'm going to fill up the bucket with water. Okay, now that we have the water in, I'm going to take my AgroThrive. In this case, it's the fruit and flowering formula. It's the NPK is 335. I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to pour maybe 3/4 of a cup to a cup in. Then I'm going to take my handy dandy bucket stirrer and stir it. Make sure it's all mixed. Forgot to mention, with the AgroThrive, if you're interested in getting some free samples, you can head over to my website, urbanbackyardcontainergardening.com, and click on the AgroThrive link, and you can get you some free samples of the product. This is a 2-liter container. I'm going to scoop it in. Make sure I don't drip all over myself. And the larger plants, I'm just going to pour into them. I don't have to pour the whole thing into each plant. Just pour some. My new plants that were recently planted, they will only get a dribble. Okay, we're going to go ahead and feed all the plants that need to be fed. This is diatomaceous earth. And what I'm going to do is basically it's a powder of ground up shells. And I'm going to sprinkle it over my cabbage where it looks like I have some insect damage. And sprinkle some over my rutabaga and on my broccoli and also my collard green over here. The theory behind it is that the insects will eat it and it will kill them from the inside out. Well, the only bad thing about using the diatomaceous earth that is that when it rains, it washes off and you have to put it back on. But it's not harsh or anything like that, so I use it occasionally. I want to thank you for coming along with me while I gave you a tour or a demonstration of what is on in a day, what a day in the life of a gardener actually looks like. Some days there are more things to do. Some days there are less. Very rarely are there days where there's nothing to do. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of vegetables by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button and click the notification bell all so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And you can also share my content. So until next time, always remember, even in small spaces such as mine, you can grow a great amount of food for yourself and your family. Stay strong, stay blessed, and grow, grow, grow. Lastly, and most importantly, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Until next time, take care.